What's good, people, friends, and folks? This your boy Sippi King, back with a video. Tonight, I want to talk about this generation has no manners. The death of common courtesy. And like common courtesy in this modern generation is non-existent. Like, you can be at a grocery store, restaurant, gas station. You can be on a vacation. You can hop on a plane, a jet, a boat, or better yet, you could be in a taxi cab. You can be in an Uber ride, and you paying your money. You paying your hard-earned money for services, but people are being rude, disrespectful, raising their voices. They having these attitudes. They talking low. You can't understand how they speaking towards you when you trying to speak to them. And that's ignorance. In my book, that's ignorance. Because anytime you working at a place of business, or you doing or conducting business, there's a way you reply back to people when they speak to you, ask a question, or they curious about something, or they request you to do something, and this is your job to fulfill this role, but you come off with attitude, or you ignore that person. You keep walking, you keep working. You're not concerned with the customer's concern. There's a problem, and it's like the companies don't even care. Like, it's like companies let the shit ride. Like the managers, store managers, you name it, they let the shit ride. A lot of times people complain and they still don't get no results. Sometimes they may call the customer service hotline and they don't get no answer. Sometimes the customer service line will send them straight to voicemail, and people get frustrated with that. Like, people get tired of rude, ungrateful attitudes from people. Number one and foremost, people should be grateful they have a job. Especially when you dealing with customers. If you work at a grocery store, a restaurant, gas station, an airport, bus station, you name it, a travel agency, you name it, you should be grateful and thankful to the grace of God that you have a job. Like, you shouldn't be angry. You shouldn't be coming off at people with rudeness. And that's what's wrong with this generation. The decline of manners in public spaces has declined, man. And lack of respect and modern interactions, that's what I'm talking about. Like, the lack of respect in modern interactions. People don't know how to socialize. Like, people sometimes they have the position, they have the jobs, but it's like they are not happy at these jobs. So they take out their anger and their frustration out on people at the job, knowing that you need this job to pay your bills and take care of your family. There's no reason to be angry at people. You should be grateful, because think about this for a second. There's thousands and millions, I ain't gonna say thousands, but millions of other people out there that are homeless, jobless right now. So you should be grateful. You should be able, or better yet, have the attitude to go to work every day with a positive attitude. You should be happy, because think about this. Even though you may be struggling or going through something, you still should be thankful, because realize your situation can be worse. Always remember, somebody else is in a worse predicament than you. So be grateful. Don't be rude or disrespectful. People are rude and disrespectful in public spaces because they are unhappy with themselves. They are unhappy with the job or their life. And you can't take out your life circumstances out on other people, because everybody don't deserve your rudeness. Everyone doesn't deserve your disrespect. Nobody should be disrespected in no shape, form, or fashion. You understand me? Because in order to get respect, you have to give respect. It don't matter if you are at home or at your job, whatever your husband got going on. If you're going through a marriage problem with your wife or husband, you don't take that out on other people in public spaces. You know what I'm saying? And that's the root cause of the death of common courtesy. You know, cause listen, this generation has no manners. That's just like I can be walking inside a gas station just to pay to pump some gas, right? And somebody right behind me, it could be a young lady or an old lady, black, white, green, gray, or orange. And I noticed, I've been through this a couple times. I actually went to a gas station to pump gas, and I got a car. I walk into the front door, and somebody happened to be behind me, and instead of me going in first, I grab the door, open up the door, and let them go in before me. Especially if it's a lady, old lady, young lady, little kid, whatever, right? And there was a couple times, a couple moments where I did that. The person walked in, they didn't say thank you, I appreciate it, oh, that's nice of you. I had a situation where nobody said, that person never said nothing. They just walked straight into the gas station as I'm holding the door. So that's a form of rudeness, disrespect, a lack of manners. You know what I mean? I have manners. I'm old school. So that's just like if I'm walking into a restaurant, I'm gonna hold the door open for a woman or a child or an elderly person off the rip. But people don't believe in that no more. I still do. That's what you call Southern hospitality, but also that's what you call mannerism. I have manners. I have respect. I am polite towards elderly people, elderly women, and younger women at that. So by me saying that, that's a epidemic we have in this modern society, in this generation, dealing with people. The younger generation don't have manners. You even have some generation of older people in these times that do not have no form of manners or respect towards the next individual. And that's jacked up. That's a problem, you know what I mean? And it's a reason why manners matters. Because when it comes to manners, you building relationships, you building bridges. You know what I mean? Sometimes when you show people respect and manners, sometimes or most of the time it will take you a long way. It will take you into spaces you won't believe you can make it in. You might show respect to somebody, then out of nowhere they say thank you, and that shit can spark a conversation. Next thing you know, that person that you show respect to can actually surprise you by pulling out $100 bill or $1,000 bill or offer you a position at a job or a corporation. You never know. You never know who you might meet. You never know who you might see. That's why it's so important to show respect, have manners, build social relationships, know how to talk to people like you have sense. Because if you don't, you will never go nowhere in life. You won't make it far. Trust and believe that. Because in these times, the death of politeness in modern society, it has crumbled. Like, it's like people are lacking social skills. That's the root cause of that, though. Like the fact that people don't know how to talk to people in person because they are addicted to the internet. They are addicted to a computer or to a computer screen or a phone. And they always on social media sites, you know, taking pictures. They, you know, doing videos, just talking to people or DMing people. Like it's good to interact with people on the internet, but you still have to realize and recognize the root of building relationships is to know how to talk to people face to face, eye to eye. Because if you don't have social skills, if you don't know how to talk to people and look at them in the eye when you talking to them, you in serious trouble. You know what I mean? You in serious trouble. But see, that was the 90s way. See, back in the 90s and early 2000s, we talked to people face to face. When it came to dating, when it came to working on a job, when it came to socializing and meeting new people and dealing with people and building relationships, we dealt with each other by talking to each other and looking each other in the eye and having a real conversation. But unfortunately, people in these times don't know how to communicate or socialize. People then, a lot of people, when you ask them questions, they don't know how to answer the question. You know what I mean? What they do is give them Google it and look for it. You know what I mean? We talking about simple stuff, simple shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's like that let you know this generation is filled with ignorance. This generation is lost. You know what I mean? They lost when it comes to knowledge. They lost when it comes to politeness. They lost when it comes to manners, respect, and so forth. But what else can I say? But anyway, if you like this video, smash the like and subscribe button. I'm gonna end the video and I'm out. Peace.